I'm your host, Mark Presley. This is Interview with Santa, Part 2. All right. Well, what about their shoes? If you take off their shoes, do they have pointy feet?
No, their toes sort of curl up.
I see.
And that's why they have their shoes with a little curl to them, and they have a bell on them, and that's part of their outfit. They have their own choice, and each shoe is a different color. One may be red and green, and the other one might be a yellow and a red. But that's so they can know which foot to put them shoes on.
I see.
Yeah, so, it's very important.
So how do the elves get along? They all get along okay?
They get along. Well, I say that only because sometimes they'll squabble. Like they might want to paint something red, and the other one said, no, it looks better blue. And so then they bring me in to make the final decision. So
I see.
I have to make that decision for them.
Oh, wow. That just sounds fantastic. Sounds like a lot of fun over there at the
It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. And there is no mistakes. Nobody makes a mistake. And sometimes they say, Santa, I made a mistake. Oh, you didn't make no mistake. You just found a way that it didn't work, so we're just going to keep going until it works. That's it. You got to fall down 7 times, you get up 8. That's how you do it.
But what is Miss Claus doing right now?
Oh, Mrs. Claus. Well, she just... Thank you, honey, thank you. She just brought me in some hot chocolate here. Let me... This is wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, she brought me some cookies, too.
Yeah, I bet
she knows I like my breakfast. I just had bacon and eggs a little while ago, but she brings me a little snack every now and then throughout the day. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Now, does she make you meals like an easy bake oven?
Well, she used to do that, and one of the elves, they made an oven for her. That one elf made this oven is just for cookies, and the other one is for when she makes steaks. And I like to eat good, so she makes steaks and spaghetti. I like the spaghetti she makes, and she has 4 or 5 different ovens in that kitchen. We have a big kitchen.
What's your favorite food that Miss Claus makes?
Well, like I say, I like spaghetti, and of course I like my steak. I'd like to have, cookies or milk. That's very good, but again, that's my sweet time.
Right.
I like to have, Chinese food. Chinese food's very good. There's so many different ones, just similar to what everybody else eats.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this, and I hope you don't mind me prying a little bit.
Oh, no, go right ahead.
But I was just wondering, did Miss Claus know that you were Santa when you met? How did you meet?
Well, everybody asks that question. All the elves, they want to know the same thing. It was a magical time between Mrs. Claus and me. I happened to be working in the valley one day, and I did not have my outfit on, of course, and she was in a restaurant, and she was coming and bringing me coffee and lots of good food and cookies. And I said, this is a wonderful, wonderful person. And she was so positive. Everything she said was positive. There was no negative. So I asked her to become my wife.
Oh, wow, that is a great story. I like that.
Oh, she's a wonderful, wonderful person.
So,
yes.
What are your reindeer doing now? How are the reindeer?
Well, the reindeer, they're out there. They're dancing in that 18 inches of snow. They love it. That's, I got Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and, of course, Rudolph. And then I have another one I just brought on. He's Olive. Olive is, he's sort of a replacement. In case one of them gets sick, he fits right in. And they're playing out there, and they're throwing a ball back and forth with their nose. It's almost like a soccer type thing. And they're kicking it around. I'm watching it from the window right now. Yes, indeed. Oh, they're having fun. And 2 of the elves are out there helping them with the ball. Unbelievable.
Boy, I wish you could just zap me over there. I'd love to see all this. It just sounds like a blast over there.
It is.
At the North Pole.
Very magical, Mark. It's just, I wish every child had a chance to come here to visit me. try to bring that magic to their house. To bring some of what I have here to them.
Is there any sort of like reindeer school or elf school, anything like that?
Well, the elves, of course, we have the elf. He's the head elf, and of course he teaches the rest of them. And then once they learn it, they share it with others. The reindeers. Now, Rudolph is the lead reindeer because of his nose, and people say, well, it lights up. Well, it doesn't really light up. It glows. It's just a wonderful thing that God gave him. It was just a nose that turns red and bright when it's dark outside. So he teaches the other ones not to have the red nose, but to how to fly and how to prance. It's important. You got to know how to prance. Because sometimes we do parades down in the valley, and they have to look good. We have to pull the sled and fly around a little bit over the housetops, and twice a year we do that.
I see.
Not Christmas, just to have a little party down there.
So how did you meet Rudolph?
Well, Rudolph actually was just a little deer, and he was lost. His mother, evidently she passed away, she died, and he was all by himself. And one day, some of the other reindeers and me were out in the woods. We're cutting down some Christmas trees, getting ready for the holidays, and there was a flash in the bushes. I thought it was a fire. I looked around there, and it was it was a little deer. I couldn't believe it. His nose is red, and it was probably around 7 o'clock at night. We had our flashlights out. I was out there with the elves and some of the other deer, and I said, oh, pick him up, take him back to the house. So we kept him. It was nice and warm by the fireplace. We had to wrap him in blankets. Mrs. Claus was trying to bring him back, and he was just shivering. And then as the years went by, the other reindeers were helping him and teaching him. Well, now he became the teacher. Yeah.
So was there any significant time where you actually realized his talents of having a red nose came into play?
Well, yeah, there was a big fog one day, and it was just right at Christmas Eve, and the other reindeers said, Santa, we can't make it in this fog. We don't know where we're going. So, well, we can't postpone Christmas. So Mrs. Claus actually come up with the idea. She said, well, what about Rudolph? His nose is really bright at night. Maybe you put him in the front and like a flashlight. And I said, well, I don't know if that's possible. So we brought him out of the barn and hooked him up to the sled, and we did a couple dry runs around pulling the reindeer and the sled and everything, and unbelievable. He lit up the whole house and everything, all the yard below, and that's how we made it that day. And it was unbelievable. So he lit up the world as we went around. Unbelievable.
Well, that is unbelievable. So that is a truth. That is a true story. That isn't
it
just.
Is, and they made a song about it. They made a song, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and everything in that song is true.
Everything's true?
Everything is true. The reindeers really didn't like him too much in the beginning because they used to play, and they didn't want to, because he was strange. His nose looked like it was lighting up, and it was different. And see, sometimes when people are different, other people don't like them. But they got to understand everybody is different. Everybody. And that's what makes the world go around. If everybody was exactly the same as you, it would be a very boring place.
Absolutely, I agree.
See?
Now, how did you come up with the name Santa?
Actually, Santa is a name that was given to someone who was a very positive person. And it was given to me by one of the elves who was no longer with me, I'm sorry to say, many, many years ago. And they called me Chris Kringle, they called me all kinds of different names in different parts of the country. But Santa Claus seems to be the one that stuck with me. And he gave me that name because, again, I was a very positive person, and I love to help people, and children especially.
Once again, I'm your host, Mark Presley. This is Interview with Santa, Part 2 of 4. To hear the rest of the story, please go to Part 3. Thank you.